Hello everybody, Varang807 or Dark Mario here. I think I'll stick with Varang807 because that's just my channel name. I am going to try to make this channel into a kind of like a game collecting kind of series. Also, I'm going to try to do more like, gaming stuff involving like reviews maybe or retrospectives. I know it's been done a lot on YouTube. And I also don't have like the YouTube personality, so I am just going to roll with it. I'm going to try to get this video out as soon as I can, but I have a bunch of games on my gaming shelf and everything that I have, and I feel like I should at least document what I have for my gaming collection, just for kind of like, just like for me to look back on and stuff. So with that out of the way, let's start with my GameCube collection. Now, just to preface this, I did not grow up with the GameCube. I probably started collecting GameCube games back in 2020. Probably the worst time to get GameCube games. But I just felt like the system was really something that I wanted to play growing up, but I just never had the opportunity. I was mostly a handheld kid with the Game Boys and DS's and 3DS's. And since the GameCube is a mostly Nintendo-oriented system, I thought I might as well, try to, experience these GameCube games firsthand. So I did do some research, and I do have a Wii that can play GameCube games now. And I'll show my Wii collection off in a different video. But yeah, I just want to try to document everything and yeah, just see where it goes. So actually, there's no particular order for these games, but I do have the first and last games picked out of what I want to show. So actually, this is actually the first GameCube game that I bought using my own money. And obviously, I do have a job, so I'm able to have some leisure money and spend it on basically whatever I want. So this is what I first wanted. It's Jimmy Neutron, Attack of the Twonkies. I was a really big Nickelodeon's guy growing up. I loved Nickelodeon, Rocket Power, Jimmy Neutron, Fairly Odd Parents, even though the show is still going on and it's not that great anymore. SpongeBob's another great show. So Jimmy Neutron with a Jimmy Theory Power Hour was like mind-blowing to me as a kid. So this was pretty cheap. I forgot the prices of some of these, but I'll try to remember them as I go along. And each one of these games kind of has a story. I started collecting these games back in 2020. So basically 2020, this is where the first GameCube game I got, and I didn't even have a GameCube. I just thought it looked cool. And it's a good shelf display place too. And I did try it out and everything. Unfortunately, it does not come with a manual. It's back when I kind of care about the manual now, but if the game has at least the original case on it, I don't mind that. And I did clean up all of these games. I used Glugon, which is very useful to me. And so yeah, first game, Jimmy Neutron. Okay, so the next game in the pile is actually kind of an interesting story because I actually got it for like technically loose value, but I was able to get everything with it, and that is Animal Crossing for the GameCube. And it is complete with the memory card and the disc and the manuals. A funny story about this was, at my local game store, I did buy a not complete copy of this game for like, I don't know, around 70 bucks-ish. And at the, GameCube prices were going up, so I was okay paying the price for this. But when I tried to test the game, it didn't work. And the disc looks fine and everything, and I was kind of sad. So I went back, and I saw they had a different Player's Choice copy that had the manual and the memory card. And since the game didn't work, I asked if I could keep the manual and the memory card, but keep the black box case and the new disc. And they said yeah. So I actually got this for about 40 bucks-ish, which was, pretty good deal, I would say. And, I had to go back. The store is about an hour away. So it was a hassle to try to get my money back or get the new copy of it. But, I have a fully complete copy for about 40 bucks or so, which I'm happy with. And yeah, I was surprised to get the memory card because I was not expecting that to happen, and I was able to get it. Okay, next game I got because it's what I made a list of GameCube games that I wanted to at least own physically, so I have time to play them, or extract the ROMs from them and play them on like a modded Wii or something. And it is Beyond Good and Evil. I got the first one. I hear the second one's coming out, but this is when I started really wanting the manuals and having a kind of a complete experience. But yeah, this is a camera game. I've not played this yet, but it's definitely a game I want to try out. It looks fun, and it was one of the more expensive games. I forgot the price, but I got this because it's like might as well get it, and got it pretty complete. Okay, another game on my list that I only really got because of the cover, which I know it may sound bad, but it is Blood Rain. There's a remake on the Switch right now, but I actually did an experiment, and I know, okay, I'm gonna say DK Oldies. I did buy this from DK Oldies, but I was looking at the price charting values versus what DK Oldies was selling at the moment, and it was around the exact same price, I would say, which, you want to try to get a good deal, but it would be guaranteed complete in box if I check that box. And it was one of the games I got from DK Oldies, and I made sure that all the games I got were at least within like $5 or $6 of price charting value from DK Oldies. So, and I don't recommend shopping at DK Oldies. I just did it once, and I got like 4 GameCube games that will go through. But I just wanted to see if it was actually, if the conditions were good on these games. And I would say, as much as the prices are way above market value now, or have been, I just got lucky probably. The conditions on the games were pretty legit, and I did not have any problems with any of them. So another game, because of the cover, is Catwoman. I got this at my local video game store. I hear this is a really bad game, and I've not played it yet, but I only got it because it was literally a complete in box. For the most part, I don't think it comes with a safety manual, but I wanted to get it mostly because I am, a superhero guy fan. I love Spider-Man, my favorite hero. Love the Marvel movies. I watched some of the DC movies, but I was not that much of a fan of the newer ones. So, but got this mostly just as a collection piece and as a talking point. But yeah. Okay, next game I got from actually a YouTuber. And I know this guy has made a kind of a bad name for himself because of how greedy he can be. But I was kind of inspired by some of his videos. And I bought this from his Whatnot stream for like about a little bit above market value. But Donkey Kong Jungle Beats. I don't have the actual DK bongos themselves, but it came complete. And I still watch Phoenix Resales' videos, which is the YouTuber, from time to time. But I know him and other video game YouTubers or collecting YouTubers have really impacted the overall collecting market, and stuff has gone up. I would say not solely because of them, but a good portion of it. But I wanted to participate in some of the Whatnot streams and just like talk to him. And yeah, I bought DK Donkey Kong Jungle Beats. Haven't played it yet, but it's on the list of backlog. The backlog list, I should say. So another game I got, actually not from here, but from another local video game store, is Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. Now at the time I got this, I was actually playing Final Fantasy IX on PC, just using some of the mods to make it look good, and I was kind of in a Final Fantasy kick. And I saw at the game store that it was complete and everything. I did not know anything about this game besides the name Final Fantasy, and I got it, and it seemed like it was a good price. Forgot how much I paid for it, but probably a little bit less than market value. And I really wanted to try it out. So, and I actually kind of like the cover. The cover with all the characters, which I don't know any of the names of, really intrigued me, because after finishing Final Fantasy IX, I wanted to get more into the series. And I'm currently playing FF7 in hopes for part 2 of the remake that's coming out, I think probably next year. But yeah, I'm gonna try to play through at least a couple more Final Fantasy games before that remake comes out, and this is one of them. Okay, this game, I did do some eBay shopping because like obviously, people want to try to sell games, to buy games, and like try to find them during the hunt, which is totally fine. Like I did that for about 50% of the games, but some of them I just bought at game stores, and others I just found on eBay because it was like a better deal than paying a store price with no shipping. The shipping was free. I mean, it is complete with the manual and the game, and this is one of the more expensive games. I kind of like the premise of it. It's rated M, which I have not seen a GameCube game be rated M, or I've not noticed it until this game. I looked at the gameplay. It's like you possess stuff and try to like solve puzzles, I think. And I think it's the premise is pretty cool. So I wanted to add this to my collection. So eventually I'll be able to play it. Okay, this game has troubled me because of the prices, and I legit could not find a good copy for like a good price until I went on Reddit. And I went on to r/game sales, and I wanted this game, and I got it not complete. It comes with this. I guess that's complete, I'm not sure. But this game was, I tried to negotiate with the Reddit person, and when you're doing people on Reddit, you gotta like always be wary. But the guy was had like 500 like transactions under his name, so he seemed trustable, and I was able to get this. He took like $20 off whatever the market value was. I kind of forgot the prices, but happy to have this. I actually played this with my friend recently, and it was fun, but I could not figure out like the controls for some of it, and so the game, it's fun to play with multiple people, and you just have a laugh. But playing by yourself, I could see it not being as fun, but that's just my opinion. Okay, so you can see I got Mario Party 4 at a local game store. I didn't want all the Mario Parties because I know 4 through 7 or 4, 5, 6, and 7 are on GameCube, and I wanted to get Mario Party 4 because it seems like one of the more liked entries in the series, and it came complete with the manual and everything. And so yeah, I have been recently playing Mario Party Superstars on Switch with my family and friends, and that's always a good time. So, and I think some of the maps are on here and some of the mini games. So, happy to have this in the collection. Okay, this one I got as a birthday gift from a friend, and that is Metroid Prime. And this was before the remake was announced and launched. So I have not actually touched this version, and I do own the remastered version on Switch. But he got it for me, and it was complete with everything in it, like even like the other manual that's inside of it. As you can see, sorry. But yeah, he got me for his birthday, and this was really a sweet gift. I think the prices have stayed the same, around $30. I think is what he paid for. But yeah, I'm happy to have Metroid Prime, and I'll probably play the remake eventually. Okay, this is not my last game, but the last game in this stack. It is Namco Museum 50th Anniversary. This has like a bunch of the Pac-Man games, and I kind of want my collection to represent both me and the people I'm with. And one of my friends, she's really into Pac-Man, so this is like the perfect collection that represents her. And that's what I kind of did for all of my my games in my collection. That if I wasn't gonna play them, I just wanted to have some significance in my life, and by representing some of my friends along the way, I can buy more games that I normally would not play, but my friends are big fans of them, so I definitely would want to have it in my collection. And yeah, she's not that much of a gamer. She gets sick from watching like big action scenes or whatever. So Pac-Man is one of the arcade games that she really likes, and this has a bunch of arcade games plus Pac-Man. So I just thought this was a good representation of her. Okay, so next I got some more games. I'm gonna do 2 right now. Because this is my all-time favorite superhero, that is Spider-Man. I got Spider-Man 1 and 2. I got these in anticipation for the Spider-Verse movie that came out during the time. And because I'm a big fan of Spider-Man, I watched all the movies. I read some of the comics, but I'm not much of a comic book fan. But I have Spider-Man games like Web of Shadows on Xbox 360 and Edge of Time. And so I wanted some GameCube representation. And I've not played these, but they both came complete in the box, which is nice with the manual and disc. So, and the cover art looks amazing. Like, I'm a big fan of both these cover arts, and they were both at my game store side by side. And this one was about $10. This one's about 15. So I just pulled the plug on it, and yeah, I am pretty happy that these are in my collection. Maybe I'll play these, but I'm playing so many games right now, and 2023 has been like a big year for gaming that I probably won't get to these, but I just would, in the future, if I ever want to go back and play some Spider-Man GameCube games, I have them in my collection. Okay, and this game is not really a game. I'm kind of embarrassed I have it, but might as well show it. It's actually not even a real game. This is from Phoenix Resale. It's the Profit Simulator. So, story, I watched a GameCube Gambit, and watching the whole series of him buying GameCube games for his childhood was really inspirational to me, and that's like partially one of the reasons why I wanted to play GameCube games, because it's like, it was just fun, just like watching him and trying to like buy games at the same time. But he released this, it's just like a regular DVD disc, but I did put a game in here. I put Battle for Bikini Bottom in here, just as like a SpongeBob thing. But I just found it kind of like a comical that, it's just like a DVD case. And this series really just, kind of inspired me to like start collecting GameCube games, even though I never played it as a kid. It was just fun because it did, obviously he did sell, I don't know, like 50% or even more of the games that he didn't want anymore, which, it's kind of like, he should have said that from the start, but, he kept some of the bigger ones that he enjoyed, and obviously I don't plan on selling any of this. This is just part of my collection, full stop. Maybe when I'm like 80 years old, I'll give it to like family to do whatever they want with it. But right now I'm gonna keep it, and this is just like a funny piece in general. It's not even a game, it's just fun to have on the shelf. Okay, this one I think you already saw, but I got this on Reddit, and it is my worst condition GameCube game. This is Paper Mario: 1,000 Year Door. As you can see, it is not in good condition. Like, if I could ever find a condition upgrade that's reasonably priced, I would do it. But I got this off Reddit. The Redditor warned me of the condition, and even took another $20 off. And I was like, the game is pretty renowned, and apparently this is complete in box. There's not really a manual. This just like slip in here. But I just pulled I just went for it because it was like, the cheapest I was gonna get it. And at the time, I wasn't really like, wanting condition as much. But this is definitely a game I will want to play through on this hardware itself even, because it does look like it's a very interesting game and started it all. So I'm definitely gonna play this one eventually. Okay, as you saw, I am a Nickelodeon person. I did watch Cartoon Network and Disney Channel, and this game I think I played on a different system, maybe, I'm not sure, but it's Nicktoons United. It has Danny Phantom, Jimmy Neutron, Timmy, and SpongeBob. And this was like, the Avengers for me kind of back in the day, because it was like all these different characters like together. That's like amazing. Like, and now with the whole multiverse genre that's been popping up with Marvel, DC, and just other movies in general, like this was a pretty interesting time. This was like the multiverse back then. And I had played this as a kid, so that's why it's one of the reasons why I forgot what system I had it for, but I wonder if they made it for like the DS or something, because I remember playing something similar like this on the DS. I kind of forgot, but this was, a GameCube game that has a good place in my heart. Okay, and this is another game that I don't really care much about, but I did buy it from Phoenix Resale. Actually, I didn't buy it. So I actually paid a little bit more than market value for all the games, and it went on auction one time, and he just threw this game in for free. Well, it's not free, but he threw it in just as like a mini gift because I paid kind of a lot. So I think that's kind of cool. Tony Hawk's Underground. Happy to have some skateboarding stuff. I'm not a big skateboarding guy or even like a Tony Hawk video game guy, but it's kind of cool to have this. So yeah. Now this one, Super Smash Bros. Melee. I played Smash Ultimate. It was my first Smash Bros. Game on the Switch, and I enjoyed it. And I kind of wanted to collect like not all the variants, but most of the Super Smash Bros. Games on at least the home consoles. And Melee was one that I kind of pulled because I don't know, prices were going up at the time, but I got this for I forgot the price, but it was like way below market value. And like it came with the disc, it came with the manual, but the manual is kind of like water damage, which I'm totally fine with. Like as long as it's not like broken, I'm fine. But yeah, that is Melee. Okay, we got a couple more games and an extra game over here. So the next one I just got like at a store, Super Monkey Ball Adventures. I had Monkey Ball Banana Blitz on Switch, and I kind of wanted the OG one. And luckily, it came in complete in box. And when I see like a complete in box GameCube game that I want, I'm like really happy because I got it complete, got the manual and the case, and I was having fun with Monkey Ball on the Switch, so I wanted to get the original. Okay, here's a game that I absolutely despise, and this is gonna get me some hate. And because I did play Mario 3D All-Stars on the Switch, and I did play through all 3 games, and you might have guessed, but Mario Sunshine. When I was playing this game on the Switch, man, I was like almost rage quitting at times. Like, the game itself is very cute, and I like the premise, but the execution and some of the platforming and like puzzles and like stuff you gotta solve in this game is like so awful. Like, the water mechanic is fine, but when you have to clean up an entire like speech full of like oil, and there's like an electric eel like slowly chasing you or something, and the controls, like no matter what they do, they're just awful. Like, I get people like this game because of nostalgia, but playing it on the Switch in the 3D All-Stars pack was not a great time. Probably wouldn't have a great time playing the GameCube version as well because the controls are inverted, I believe. But because of that, it actually gave me like a core memory because of how much I disliked playing this game. And I needed to get it then because this is a game I'll remember, not positively, not negatively, but kind of like a mid thing. And having it complete in box 2 and just having terrible memories with this game on the Switch, like literally like 3 years ago, because I beat the game, well, actually not 3 years. I forgot when the Mario 3D All-Stars pack came out, but whenever that came out, I played Mario Sunshine to completion, not 100%. I just got, I think it was like either 70 or 120 Sunshines or whatever. I played it till the credits basically. And at the end I was like, thank God. I wanted to see what the game was like and criticize it before actually like giving my opinion on it. And I did. I say I do not like this game, but it was a memory nonetheless. Okay, and this game I got from Phoenix Resale, which is SSX on Tour, but it had, since the GameCube edition, it comes with the Mario characters, which kind of piqued my interest. So because I was a fan of Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympics, and I do have that game on DS, and I'll show that off in a different video. But this game, really has the Mario characters, and I love the Winter Olympics, so just seeing the snowboarding stuff, I thought it looked fun. Okay, and this game, Sonic, the Mega Collection. Honestly, I got this at a game store because it was complete. And it comes with like 7 Sonic games in it in one, which was kind of cool. So, and it comes with this like register online thing, which is kind of cool. But I mostly got it because these collection games are always appealing to me because they're like, 7 games for the price of one. And it was relatively, it was market value, but it was like $12 less than market value. So I just got that game because it's Sonic, and I still gotta play Sonic Frontiers one day. Okay, here is my last GameCube game. It's actually right here. You've probably already seen it, but I know the price because I thought it was a good deal, and it could be a good deal. I'm not quite sure, but it is Gale of Darkness, Pokemon Gale of Darkness. I paid $160 on eBay for it, and it comes with, if I can get it out, the disc, the main manual, and the safety guide, and whatever this thing is, but it does not come with the poster. I think the poster adds another $50 to the value, but I'm not gonna pay $50 for a poster, not gonna lie. Like, I saw it for $160 on eBay, and I messaged him and I got it for $160 because I think this is selling for like $200 just like this now. So I definitely got a good deal, and I even cleaned it up too. I took out all the cover art and cleaned the case and everything, and it is very clean. So I'm pretty happy. I've always been a big Pokemon fan, and I just enjoy. This is definitely a game I'm gonna play eventually because it looks different from all the other Pokemon games, and I beat Scarlet and Violet, and even though the performance was bad, I still enjoyed the game for its story. And I did enjoy Sword and Shield, but I kind of skipped the DLC because it was like kind of boring to me, not gonna lie. But yeah, this is a game I'll definitely want to play out eventually, maybe on my Steam Deck, who knows, now that I got the disc. But yeah, that is my GameCube game. Let's get everything out on the show. Okay, so we got the whole GameCube collection right here. Not the biggest GameCube collection, but I'm not gonna collect all the GameCube games. Like, I forgot how many games these are, but this is all my GameCube collection. I don't think I'll buy any more GameCube games anymore. I think this is what I want to keep and have in my collection for the foreseeable future. So I don't know what the next video is gonna be, but I'm definitely gonna try to record multiple at once. And yeah, I think this was a fun time. Thanks for watching. If you want to subscribe to see how this channel turns out, maybe it's gonna flop, but I'm gonna just document my game collection and do other stuff on the side. But yeah, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.